Hello everyone, what's up and welcome back to the channel. Oh, I forgot to put my perfume on. Wow, wait, hold on. It all got in my nose. Woo! When was the last time you guys wore perfume? I don't leave the house anymore, so it's just deodorant and showers here. If this is your first time ever seeing my little chocolatey face here on YouTube, thank you so much for joining. I'm going to invite you to go ahead and click that subscribe button. So you guys, today I wanted to kind of like relax and talk to you guys about foundation. I literally cannot stop using this new launch from Too Faced. Their new 24-hour Born This Way matte foundation, you guys, is exactly what I've been needing. I live here in Florida and it is known to be humid and sticky, and just wearing makeup is like ugh, sometimes. Like it's just like I just don't want anything on my face. But I've really been loving the Born This Way matte foundation. So we're gonna apply it, we're gonna talk about it. I'm also gonna show you the difference between the two, because they do have their original Born This Way foundation that is not necessarily matte. So I do wanna show you like the color difference, if there is a color difference. Spice Drum is my shade, just if you wanted to know. So let's do it. Let's get into it. I would like to start off by saying that I repeat, I am not wearing any foundation. Can we get an amen for this skin moment, people? A skincare video will be coming to you soon, I promise. I also do want to mention that I don't particularly have oily skin and I don't really have dry skin. I want to say thank the Lord, I was blessed with pretty much normal. I do prime. I prime like I have oily skin because I just don't like the dewy finish of foundation. So for primer, I'm using the Huda Beauty Matte Perfection Primer. I also don't have a lot of texture, also very grateful. I just wanted to let you guys know all this information because you may see it on me and be like, oh my god, that looks so good. And then like if you're working with a different canvas yourself, working with different issues, it might not look the same. So I just want to let you guys know everything I'm working with so that when you are ready to go and shop for yourself, you know the deal. So we have the Born This Way matte 24-hour foundation, and then we have the OG Born This Way right here. There is a difference in the packaging. The original one is a little short and thick, and then we have the new one and she's a little skinny and tall. This is the new foundation, and then this is their concealer. So they look very similar, but there's a definite size difference. Okay, quick little test. This is more of just like a color test. This first swatch here is the original foundation in the shade Spice Drum. And I love this shade so much. I like this. When I first got this foundation, this was the only thing I was using. You couldn't tell me anything. You couldn't say, hey, do you want to try something new? I was like, nope, I'm good, thank you. This second swatch is the Spice Drum in the matte formula. All right, we are not kidding. We are not fooling anyone. This one has a bit more of a reddish undertone, and this one has more of that golden undertone. And I am a golden baby. I love my golden undertones, very nice and warm and rich. But I have been wearing this one, and I'm not gonna lie, once it's all blended out, it looks really good. Like it looks really, really good. Should we try both? Like one on one side, one on the other? Isn't that what you guys are here for? Let's go ahead and try it. Let's start off with the new one, right? Why not? This is why y'all are here. So I'm taking the new Born This Way 24-hour matte in the shade, say it with me, Spice Drum. I've said it like 1,000 times, I'm sorry. Gonna take this on my brush and we are going to apply it. Oop, 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 oop. Now, I am a full coverage kind of girl, and I do believe that I'm receiving that full coverage. This one did have more of a teensy bit red of an undertone, but it does not look crazy on my skin whatsoever. It matches really well, actually. So happy with this foundation. Now, on this side, we have the original foundation. Again, like one of the things that I fell in love with was just the coverage. And to be honest, I wasn't even bothered by the finish of the original foundation because it did dry to like a, not matte, but like a demi matte. So like you had your skin finish, but it wasn't very dewy, which I appreciate. I will say too that depending on whatever your skin type is and what you're using to prep your skin before you start applying foundation can have an effect on the wear of the foundation. So just keep that in mind. Let me know down below in the comments, do you see a difference between the shades now that I have both of them on my face? Because I'm gonna be honest, I don't really see a difference. I don't really see one. That's crazy. I will say maybe the only difference I can see is in the finish, but it's really hard to see the finish on camera. Like this one now is starting to dry down just a little bit, and then this side is drying down a little bit, but it's staying more of that natural skin finish. Actually, they both look the same. They both look the same. Crap. You know what? It might have to come down just to how they both wear, because I have worn both of them for extended periods of time. I will say that the new 24-hour matte one does wear a little bit longer. It does wear nicely for a longer period of time. Like I think the longest I've worn it was like 7-8 hours, and then I was like, okay, I'm done. I want to go to bed. I took it off, but it looks really nice. I didn't even have to touch up. So I'm just gonna go ahead and prime my eyes using a little bit of foundation, a little bit of concealer, just for that perfect like mix. Nothing's too light, nothing's too dark. All right, so now that my eyes have been primed for what I'm not really sure exactly, we're gonna go ahead and do some like concealing and contouring and you know, the whole gig basically. I'm still gonna be using Too Faced products. I'm taking their multi-sculpting concealer in the shade Butterscotch, and I'm also taking the shade Sable. Okay? And the applicator of the concealer fits perfectly right here. Love that. And again, we're talking full coverage. Butterscotch is really light and very opaque. You must be thinking, how am I gonna make this work? Like, how do you plan to get yourself out of this? When it comes to contouring and using like a cream, I don't put the applicator directly on my face because I like to have control over how much product I'm using and the way it blends. So I always put some out onto my little palette in front of me, and then I use a brush and go ahead and do like what I gotta do. Sable's like a nice, deep, rich Sable literally looks like Nutella in a bottle. So I'm taking Sable and we're starting to add some depth into the hollows of my cheekbone. See, now that I'm like putting powder down, this is the finish I love. I am obsessed with this matte. The skin looks airbrushed. This is it. This is it for me. This is what I like. This is what I like. So I was not going to do this. I was not, but I was like, you know what? People are gonna be in the comments like, what did you do? We need a tutorial on the eye look. This palette, I didn't even say it. This palette is called Matte Vibes, and it is by Violet Voss. Completely forgot to mention. And the first shade I'm going in with is Grody. This is gonna be my transition for today's look. We're really doing something kind of subtle, but not really. Once I have a nice wash of color in the crease region here, I am also going to dip into the shade New Wave, and this is just to intensify things a little bit. We're not taking a lot of New Wave, just a little. I just want things to just be a little more orange. Now I'm taking this gorgeous brown, Booyah. This is the shade I will be using to go ahead and intensify my outer corner. And then once there's less product on my brush, I'm gonna go ahead and bring this in to give the crease some more definition. I'm also gonna take Booyah underneath my lower lash line to smoke things out down here as well. To intensify the lower lash line, I'm taking the shade Shoulder Pads. This is a great matte black, and we're just gonna run this along the lower lash line. To brighten my lid, I'm taking the shade Psych. So this is just going to be a nice matte neutral shade, and I'm packing this onto my lid and almost creating like a soft cut crease moment here. Now the eyes are pretty much done. You can go ahead and do like eyeliner, mascara, or lashes. I'm going to do all of the above, and for lashes today I am taking the Beauty Creation lashes. They're 3D foaming. Please explain. Lashes make a huge difference, but we're still looking matte in the face. Everything is looking really great, but before we wrap up this video, it's time to finish up our face. First thing I'm gonna do is go ahead and bronze, and I'm taking the Hoola Toasted Bronzer from Benefit. That's why it's my favorite. Just look at the way, oh, it looks so good on the skin. I'm taking the KVD Vegan Beauty blush in the shade Snapdragon, and I have to say, I like it. For highlight today, I wanted something just very silky and illuminating on the skin because we did use a matte foundation. I'm taking the Magic Hour Face Illuminator palette from Laura Mercier. The packaging is so cute. Taking the shade Seduction, which is this deep, like coppery bronze almost. And I wanted something like just soft and radiant, and this is exactly what that's doing for me. Nothing too striking, nothing super blinding. We have a little lip recipe for today's look, and I'm taking 4 products, and you guys are gonna be very excited, or at least I'm very excited, because I'm taking the lip products from the Juvia's Place Nudes collection. I'm taking the shades Lady and Toffee in the lipstick, Cola in the lip liner, and then the shade Barely There for gloss, and we're just gonna mix them all together. So here's what today's lip recipe looks like for the look. It's very nude. It is very brown. It's not something I typically do. I do something more with a hint of pink in there, nude, but hey, we're here and I don't mind it. I don't mind it. All right, you guys, so that is pretty much it for today's video. I have to say that if you are living somewhere that is really humid or you struggle with oily skin, this foundation may be something that you want to look into. I personally don't have oily skin, but I love full coverage and a matte finish. You can always play around with how the foundation wears by mixing up your primers. You know, you can play with like a hydrating primer. If you're dry but love matte, use a hydrating primer and see how that works for you, see how it feels on the skin. I personally love both of them. I was a fan of the first one, and when they came out with the second one, I just had to try it, and once I did, I was like, well, what's not to love? What's not to love? It might not be for everyone, but it is definitely for me. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you liked it, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to comment, and if you're not already a subscriber, come join the family. Click that subscribe button down below, and a friendly reminder to click the bell button so you're notified every single time I upload a new video. I don't want you to miss it. But that is all for now, and I'll see you beautiful and amazing people in the next video. Bye, you guys. I have to say though, this is a little look, and it's such a shame I don't have anywhere to go. Like, I'm literally gonna go sit on the couch. You wanna go where? It is so funny. The clubs are closed. Sad face. But this is a look. I liked it. I didn't mean for the eyes to be so, but they're there and I'm liking it. Bye, you guys.